Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Tony Glasgow. I am your host. And today I'm speaking with Grace Wiley. She's a female football player. It's just the second year at the Dallas League. How you doing today, Grace?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing all right, all right. How was your day today?
It was good. Long day at work, but it's ready for the weekend now.
Let's go ahead and start just by telling everybody how you got started into playing football. Because I know the women's leagues are popping up right now. So what interested you and how old were you when you first started?
Yeah, so I was always a soccer athlete growing up. So probably since I was like 7 or 8, I started playing soccer, and then always played defense and always was kind of into like the gritty play, being aggressive as possible without, breaking rules or getting red flags in soccer. So always was more of like a more aggressive player. And my freshman or 8th grade year, I think I saw on like TV somewhere that there was some girl in Utah playing tackle football. And I was like, wow, that's cool. I didn't even know that was an opportunity. So I had kind of checked with my parents. They weren't willing to let me play at the time. So my freshman year of high school, I was like, guess I'll just take it into my own hands. I went and talked to the head coach over there, told him I was interested and kind of just seeing where his mind was at with it. Mm-hmm. And he was younger, so he was super, sorry, my dogs, go Dylan, come on. So he was super willing to work. He was like, if you're, like serious and interested about it, I'm definitely willing to, work with you and allow you to play. So I started playing in high school on the high school team. For 4 years, I played corner. Started out was that freshman sophomore team.
Sorry, was that
go ahead.
Was that boys or was that girls playing with?
Yeah, so that was boys. They didn't have, so I guess like the rule of Title IX is if they don't have like an equal playing field or opportunity for like the other gender, you have to allow them to play on the team of whatever team is there. So they didn't have even a flag team at that point. So played with the boys. Freshman sophomore year. Freshman year, I played with like the freshman team. Then I moved to JV, and then by junior, I was getting some varsity reps. Senior, I was getting some varsity reps, but for the most part, just playing a lot of JV. Of course, like especially as guys started getting bigger and getting bigger than me, it started to definitely be more of a challenge. And then from there, I went to college at Washington State. Took 4 or 5 years off from athletics. I just did like recreational flag, recreational soccer kind of here and there when I could. And then graduated college, with my criminal justice degree. Didn't really have a lot of plans for the future. So I was doing some research like 6 months before I graduated and found the WNFC, specifically found Texas Elite. Flew out in February to visit them, loved it, was super professional and legit, and then moved out here in June. Didn't have any family or know anyone, but knew Texas was the state of football and just knew that was kind of what I was passionate about. So stuck with that and drove 30 hours out here from Washington. So.
Oh man, you took a risk on it. That's good.
Yeah.
So sure. How's it been so far with the team?
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so many different personalities. It's just like, high school. I loved high school ball with all the guys that got really close with them. Same kind of thing, family, atmosphere. And I think football is just like, very similar to just life itself. And so just the motivation of it, the hard work, the, no plays off, even if you're not necessarily in the play, supporting and doing your job. And I just love every aspect of it. So, I love the team. I'm really close with them and the coaches as well. Yeah.
Okay. So now going back to high school, playing with the guys, how did they accept you? Was it just automatic and everything? Did you know pretty much all the players and everything when you started playing?
Yeah, so I knew a few of them from middle school. I tried to play in middle school, like I said, and a few of them kind of knew about that. But definitely didn't like take to it at first. It was kind of like a joke, I think, for sure. Kind of like they hadn't had another female on the team. So I think from their aspect, it was like, is she being serious or is this like, what's she doing? And then by the end of the first year, I was showing up early to practices, last one at practices, just trying to show them that I was like serious about this. This wasn't for anything, but, to get better and play football at the end of the day. So by the end of the year, like they're all like my brothers. I still talk to like a good 10 plus of them on a pretty like normal basis still in my life. The head coach just actually gave me a reference for a job interview I had. So definitely still like family.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And you said you're from Washington?
Yeah, so I'm actually from Oregon, born and raised in Lake Oswego, Oregon, right outside of Portland, and then just went to school out in Washington for Washington State University. Yeah.
Okay. And what was your major there?
Yeah.
Washington State.
Criminal justice. It was at first it was pre-vet and then switched to criminal justice, I think by my second year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how did you adjust to Texas life? I know it's every state has their own little quirks and things. And what do you think about Texas?
Yeah. I love it. For sure. I love it. I love everything about it. Oregon's definitely a lot smaller and there's a lot less like diversity of people, so that's something I love about Texas is there's a little bit of everyone here. Especially DFW. The only thing I absolutely hate is the driving. People are awful at driving out here. I feel like I'm risking my life every time I go on the road.
You are basically.
Yeah. Other than that, like I love the weather. I love how friendly people are out here. There's so much to do. So I love it. I plan on being here for the foreseeable future for sure. So
okay. Well, it's funny that you're from the West, but you said you like the weather. I mean, I've lived here pretty much my whole life, and I still can't get used to those summers. So how was that for you?
Yeah. I love it. I grew up in rain. I mean, that's all Oregon is just rain, which is like beautiful in its own way, but yeah, having like a summer where it's like hot, hitting the beach, going to the pool. Yeah, I love it. It's great.
Yeah. Okay.
Get my tan on. I'm not as pale in the summers. It's always nice.
Yeah. All right. So let's getting back to football. How does the team have a spring practice, or when is the actual season for this league?
Yeah, so season always starts at the very end of March is usually the first game. So like March 30th, March 31st. I think it was March 30th first last year, and it was March 30th this year, or March 28th this year. But so technically, like OTAs kind of go all over the summer. The QB always has Sunday workouts, so we're always working out on Sunday. I'm super involved with flag in the off season, so I'm doing tournaments, travel tournaments, local tournaments, local leagues, and then we start getting a little more serious with like actual OTAs, probably like September, November, and then at the end of January we have our training camp where we go away for a few nights. We have daily doubles, we do all that, and then once we come back from training camp, it's in season. So we're practicing. We practice 3 times a week, and then we have 2 months of kind of full contact before our first game.
Okay. All right. So it started in March. Are you in season now? Excuse me. Are you in season now?
Yeah, we're in season.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're about to. So we have it's 8-week season, six regular season games and 2 bye weeks, and then you have a playoff long weekend where we do 2 games back to back, which is gnarly, and then we have our championship. So yeah.
Okay. Where is the championship played this year?
They always played at the Star, so it's super cool. It's super legit. We have it in the Star. They put us in the Omni Hotel. It's a very like professional and legit experience. It's super cool. Yeah.
All right. I remember that last year Malik was there, and there was, I forget her name. I think Jamie or something like that. I don't know what team she played on, but
yes, Jamie Locke. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
She's
close. She's the one who introduced me to Malik.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is she on your team or is she on another team?
She's our strong safety, and she's a fucking baller. I don't know if I can cuss, but she is a baller.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
legit, all across the board. She's legit. She's taught me a lot already. So, yeah, she's our starting strong safety.
Oh, okay. Well, at the DB retreat last year, I was talking with her and wanted to get her on the show, and I hadn't seen her since then. So just put a bug in her ear and tell her I want to get on the show.
Yeah, I definitely will. I'll tell her, yeah.
All right. And you said you're corner or safety?
I'm a corner.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I just was a little earlier, just kind of was watching a little bit of your highlights. I saw one of your picks or whatever. So how many picks in your career have you had?
Yeah. So just for WNFC, unfortunately only 2, one last year and then one this year. I think that the league's still developing a lot with pass game and QBs. And so we really didn't play a lot of pass-heavy teams last year. This year, we've played some more pass-heavy teams. Just working on my hands. I got tennis balls going on the wall at home. I got buckets of rice. So I'm just working on it, take my opportunity when I can.
Okay. All right. And are you training with anyone, or are you doing your own thing?
Yeah. So, preseason, I worked with Malik. I also worked with EBG Skills, which is another trainer out here. He's in, I think it's in the Colony is kind of where he works out of for the most part. But a little bit with Malik, a little bit with him. And then I do, again, a lot of flag. So I work with a lot of one of my best friends actually is a D1 corner who played for Arkansas. And he played all 4 years. So I work with him a lot. He QBs now in flag, but he gives me I spend a lot of time with him. He gives me a lot of IQ help and work on the field too, because we're in a lot of flag leagues together. So kind of a mix of all of them. They all give me, there's 100 different ways you can play DB, I think, and 100 different ways you can have your stance and stuff. So having all the different perspectives is great. I love that.
Yeah. All right. What's the best part of the game that you like? I know getting in there, putting your helmet in somebody, that's the good part of it. What's your favorite part?
Yeah. Gosh, there's a lot of it, all of it. Definitely that, just having an outlet for physicality. I think that's so rare as you get into your adult life, kind of you don't have that as much. So, that physicality aspect of it is so just gets you hyped up. I love that part of it. And also just the team aspect, being able to celebrate each other. And I love that too, but I love defense. I love being doubted. Being new in the league, there's a lot of receivers who are known in this league and have their, definitely have people give them their props. And so, I love being doubted. I love, QBs testing me, throwing the ball up. That's what drives me for sure. So. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your biggest play, your best play, even from high school all the way up to now, what do you think it is?
I think it was our first game last year. So my first game playing in the WNFC, we played Kansas City. Unfortunately, we actually lost that game, the only loss we had that season. But I came out, I think it was the second or the third play. They did a screen on the outside. The girl wasn't looking, and I just full body cracked her. And it was the best, going from 5 years of not tackling anyone and then just being able to it was amazing. It was the best feeling. I was yep, I remember. I'm not rusty. I'm back to it.
Yeah.
So right. I think just the explosion factor and remembering how it feels. I mean, again, I haven't tackled anyone in full pads in probably 5 years prior to that. So that feeling was best part ever. Yeah. Right.
DB mentality is different from any other position. You gotta want to do that. That's what your goal is. Because even if they do catch a ball on you, if it's on the other side of the field, you got to run them down and try to get to it. And that's a different mindset. Right. Did it take you a while from coming from soccer? Because it's not a delicate sport. There is a lot of contact in it. But coming from soccer going to football, was there a little bit of transition for you to get more physical and get that different mindset?
Yeah, for sure. I think a big thing is I wasn't super hand-eye coordinated growing up too, so that aspect just learning to be better with my hands. But I think for sure. I think for women and girls in general, you're kind of expected by society not to be aggressive. So I didn't have a lot of experience of other than soccer being super physical. So definitely I think there was some hesitation at first in high school. We ran our 7v7s over the summer. I picked that up pretty fast, but I think the transition my first year to actually hitting, learning tackle form, was difficult for sure at first. I think it's such an uncomfortable kind of feeling to slow down. It's easy to just full speed rock someone, but to actually learn the proper format of doing it, I think was pretty difficult for me in my first few years. Yeah.
Okay. So the endurance, one of the things I always said about soccer is it's just a lot of running. You got to really be in shape to play soccer. So did you have that little advantage when you went into football over the guys that hadn't played soccer.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Conditioning. I mean, I will say high school conditioning is probably the hardest conditioning I've had to this day. High school football conditioning, like those daily doubles. But I think for sure, coming from soccer, like you're just running back and forth the whole time. So, football is a lot different where it's just kind of like short, quick, spurts of speed back to back to back. But I think for sure that definitely helped 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're on week this upcoming week will be week 7, I believe. So this weekend we have a bye week. It'll be week 6. Next weekend, May 9th, we have a home game at Maverick Stadium in Arlington against Kansas City Glory, and then we play Mississippi Panthers at away the following weekend.
All right. So there are 8 teams in the league, or do you play some teams twice? Or
there's 16 actually. 16. Okay. Yeah. So we have divisions. So we have, in our regular season, we play all division, all teams in our division. And then we have, I think, one game that's out of our division. Yeah. And then we'll have championship conference playoffs.
Okay. And how can your games be watched? Where are they broadcast?
Yeah, so for free, you can stream them on Victory Plus. It's just an app you can get. You can see it on, website online as well. But for free, you just make an account, and all of the games are for free every Saturday. Some start at 5, 6, 7 p.m.
Okay. You want to let everybody know how to get in contact with you on social media?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, Grace L. Wiley. Instagram is really where I'm most active on. TikTok, also Grace L. Wiley as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And one last question. This is what I ask most of my guests. This question is kind of a fun little question. It may not be as embarrassing for you as a female, but guys kind of get embarrassed about this. But is there a song or TV show or a movie that you'd be embarrassed that your friends knew about?
I have some guy friends that would probably clown me for Homeward Bound is like an old sad dog movie about these like pets running away, and I cry every time I watch that. That's like my favorite movie, so I'm sure a few of my guy friends would clown on me for that one.
Yeah, okay, I remember that movie. I can't remember if I watched it, but I remember when it came out.
Had me sobbing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, well, Grace, I thank you for taking time visiting with us and letting my audience know about you, and we'll definitely start checking you out and see what's going on with it. And I want to get to the championship game if I can, see if I can cover that a little bit, but hopefully to see you there. So thank you again for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime. Have a good night.
You too.
All right.